Are you in a cooking rut, making the same meals over and over? In this week's Host Help, sponsored by California Closets, Designing Better Lives, I share my spin on a weeknight staple. Every busy mom probably has a crock pot recipe in their arsenal. They're super easy. You dump in the ingredients in the morning, and by the time you get home in the evening, you have a complete meal. So this is mine. It doesn't really have a name. It's sort of chicken, salsa, and a bunch of other stuff. So let's get started with what you need. Of course, you need a crock pot. Then you're gonna need 2 cans of black beans. You need 2 cans of corn. You need some cream cheese. This is what makes it taste really delicious. And you need some chicken. I use about 3 large chicken breasts. You're also gonna need 2 containers of salsa. So the salsa is what gives it the flavor. So you really wanna pick a salsa that you like. All right, so now that you have all your ingredients, let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is throw your chicken into the crock pot. The next thing you want to do is add your salsa. I use 2 full containers of salsa. Each one is 16 ounces. Then you take your black beans. Let's talk about the cans for a minute. This is another time-saving tip. When you're in the grocery store and you're looking for your ingredients, try to find cans with the pop top. I know that using a can opener doesn't take a lot of time and it's not that hard, but this is so much easier. One thing you want to make sure you do is drain the black beans completely, because the salsa adds so much liquid that you don't want to add more liquid with the black beans. Then you do the same with the corn. And again, you want to drain it really, really well, get all that water out. Once you have all of the ingredients in your crock pot, except for the cream cheese, that doesn't go in yet, you're going to cook it on low. I like to cook it on low because then you can get a good 6 to 8 hours out of it. So if you do it in the morning, you can take it off when you come home in the evening. But if you're in a crunch for time, you can cook it on high for about 4 hours. After it's cooked for about 6 to 8 hours, you're going to want to take the chicken out of the crock pot, put it on a cutting board, a really large cutting board, and you're going to want to shred the chicken. And then you're going to put the chicken back into the crock pot so it's still on low. You put it back in, and then you're going to add your cream cheese. I like to add, like I said, about 4 ounces. Then you let it sit for another 10 minutes in the crock pot on low. So that's it, it's finished. I like to eat it just like it is. I think with all of the corn and the beans, you really don't need rice, but you can put it over white rice. That actually tastes really good. My kids like to eat it with tortilla chips. Sometimes they scoop it out, sometimes they just crunch up some tortilla chips and throw it in there. And I tell them, however you want to eat it is fine with me, as long as you don't complain. And they don't. This is one of those meals that they can eat almost once a week without really getting sick of it. And that says a lot in my family. So I hope you guys give it a try. Let me know what you think.